Welcome everyone to the Divine Charmed session for this month of August. What we have here is 3 cards, and you pick which one or ones you are drawn to. The first one is a Chrysocolla, second is the pink tourmaline, and third is the Stilbite. Which one you choose is the path that we will discover. Our first group is the Chrysocolla group. Let's see what you guys got. Listening, harmonizing, nature, guardian angel, so far so good. Again with listening, communication. This group definitely has resolve in harmonizing in peaceful listening and communication skills. It's not your nature to do this, so your guides are guiding you through this part of your soul contract to help you better communicate, which is what our Chrysocolla does. It helps with communication. Let's look at romance. Again, getting to know each other with a heart-to-heart conversation, even if this means this isn't in your norm to do so. This is what will attract mates to you. A lot of this has to do with self-esteem and imagining what you would say. You don't see it necessarily as a gift or a purpose to speak your mind or tell people how you feel. You hide this part of yourself so that others can't see. Maybe part of you even thinks that if you speak, it might come out negative, so you keep it in contemplation and you meditate on it, and then you have it come out in a different way. But the conclusion with all of this is to reach within inside yourself and have the will to come out and be something that maybe you're not, to kind of tap into that inner child and use this as a gift and develop it as a gift and use it to embark on this self-esteem that helps you communicate with others. Before I start with the rest of the cards, let's go to the charms and see what we get with that. Okay, we've got a lot of letters here. Now, the person that mostly you're trying to communicate with starts with an M or has a K in their name. This is the reflection of yourself. Them wanting to see that you are worth getting to know. And perhaps you're a bit of a night owl. You like music, fantasy, sci-fi. You don't see yourself as too proper or conservative. You like to travel. And you're a bit of a water person. We have a lot of numbers here. The letters with the Q is them telling you not to quit on this journey. The NQ to me is telling you not to quit. And if you're seeing a lot of ones in your path, this is them telling you to watch how you're thinking, to pull back any negative thinking that you might be embarking on. You have a lot of 2s in your path as well. And the 2s and the 3s, especially the 3s. The 3s are to bring you back to who you are. It's a karmatic cycle of bringing you back around. Would you not want somebody to communicate better with you? So in turn, you would have to communicate better for someone else to communicate better with you. So the 2 is 2 people communicating and getting to know one another on a heart-to-heart conversation. So if you are on a new relationship, or maybe you're on a relationship path and you're trying to get to know somebody, or you're trying to fix something, communication is always going to come back to this. Now let's look at the last 4. These cards in particular have to do with emotion and forgiveness and building a foundation and seeking a treasure that you didn't think was there before. And then this treasure then along goes to a dream come true. So if you don't communicate, you're not going to find the treasure hidden within. So the more you communicate, the more you meditate, and the more you speak your truth, you're going to build that self-esteem, and you're going to create things unimaginable and possible to you that you never thought were there. And you can dance freely in knowing that this communication blossomed because you created it. You're the creator, so create. Hello, group 2, which is the pink tourmaline, sometimes called the ruby tourmaline. Let's see what you guys got. Okay, you've got the love, faith, gentleness, choice, and enchantment. So water, 8 of fire, empress, love, double love card, definitely pulling in a path of love. The empress itself is a time of birth and giving new ideas. This is also on the path of the 8th of fire. The 8th of fire is also of embarking new ideas and starting new paths. This will embrace and love because we are a reflection of ourselves, loving ourselves and loving others. Now, the 6 of water is old flames and yearning for the security of old days or having the good old days. This doesn't necessarily mean this is a relationship. This just simply means that you're missing someone and you want to spend more time with them. Now let's see what else we get with the rest of these cards. Okay, this does come back to love again because you're feeling restricted and you're denying your survival skills of feeling love. And instead of embracing love, you're creating other ways to kind of avoid it. You're running out of patience and you're not looking at the bigger picture with all of this. By holding yourself back, you're not allowing yourself to flourish within this path. So again, this doesn't necessarily need to be a relationship. It just means that they're trying to show you to take a breath, understand your choices in all of this, be more gentle on yourself, and look at these paths as enchanting, learning, adventure for all of you. Okay. And how you can do this, how you can bring this kind of creative love to yourself is to listen to more music, maybe watch some funny shows, clear the air with some sage, and come back to an emotion of joy. Once you do that, then you're coming out of your shell. You're embracing and you're not holding back. Now let's look at relationship. Now this might have to do with children. Maybe your children are away. Maybe they're on maybe they're going off to school, and maybe that's in your back of your mind that you're not going to see them as much. But they're trying to have you to keep an open mind and to see that, just because someone goes away doesn't mean that's the last time you'll see them, especially with people that pass. Because this does have a religious factor. So if you have somebody that passed or is on the spiritual path of passing, they're telling you that again will flourish into a whole new loving communication and relationship. That this isn't the end, and that we don't cease to exist just because this happens. That we continue on into this divine light and love that embraces us. So let's look at the charms. Again, with the picture, holding memories and keeping memories. Not all those who wander are lost, so this is someone that's going away. Again, we've got the double gentle, the gentleness card with the gentle. There's a lot of letters here, and the letters to me is simply trying to get a message. Now there's important numbers here as well. The 33 surrounds coming back around, the karmatic circle coming back around and showing that everything comes back around. This is definitely someone that's going away. Okay, this this image with the letters is basically saying don't quit your path. Give yourself a chance that this path is all about you and people being a part of you. The 18 and 14 are specific dates to look for in the next month. This has to do with abundance coming in. So the 18th and the 14th means that there's abundance coming in, but however, you want to watch how you're spending as well. Now the ruby tourmaline with all of this does come together because it's a protection of love. It's the stone, it's the opposite end of a black tourmaline. It's the ruby tourmaline, which has to do with passion, creativity, new ideas, new adventures, and new pathways to love. And understanding what love can be. It doesn't have to necessarily be a relationship or anything like that. It can be more of you're creating a new way of communicating love. So this is definitely someone that's going away that you don't want to see go away, or you're missing someone that you've been thinking of often and you want them to come around. So it's meditating on those thoughts. If you want somebody to come around, it's meditating that they make that choice and they come near you. Now, if it's somebody that's going away, you can always find a way to communicate with them, no matter what part of the veil they're on. Welcome group 3, which is the Stilbite group. Let's look over what you guys got. Listening, gentleness, strength, harmony, and discernment. Well, I'm definitely seeing a pattern here with group 1 and group 2 coming into play with group 3. Very interesting. Okay. This reading is a little bit different than the other two. This definitely has to do with surrendering a relationship. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So this reading comes to you as a warning that the self needs unconditional love, which Stilbite does. It helps with unconditional love and emotional love and loving yourself. And there's a discernment here of seeing and not believing what's in front of you and having the strength to listen to yourself and awaken to what's hidden and understanding the beauty that's inside of you. There's a lot of strength, a lot of gentleness, and you've tried really hard to mend with this person, but it's just not balancing out. And they're telling you it's time to surrender that and see the hidden world that lies beneath you. Let's see what else we get. There's a time to give and rather than take. So you've given all of you can. You've taken the action and you expected a change, but whoever this person is taking more of the pleasure rather than you are. So they're telling you to surrender this path and understand that there's something more better out there for you. You're having judgment and you're having victory over that judgment. You're using your intuition to create this new path. You have to be intuitively aware of what's happening, that you're being drained, you're being kind of in a way bullied out of loving yourself. Forgive who this person is and separate and see the optimistic path that love is going to create for you after all of this. So they're telling you this path, this new path that they want you to take and to create for yourself is going to be an amazing path. But you have to take the first steps to love yourself. You have to take the first steps. No one's going to move your feet unless you move them yourself. So let's see what we get with the charms. Okay. Again, we're going back to, let's see if I can find it, the beauty. Again with the beauty, and them showing you the beauty that you hold within and that you have the power to dream big. This charm in particular is showing you to break free and fly and open your wings and fly and show yourself what you're made of. If you do separate and go on a new path, I do see a lot of water around you. You're definitely going to take a trip to China, just recuperate from this separation, or at least you'd like to. This is going to be a happier path. The separation is going to be a happier path. The void bead is basically showing that this is a grounding path for you that you can take. You can do whatever you want. The Scorpio sign is very strong with this, and the Scorpio itself, in and of itself, is showing this strength to be powerful. And whoever this person is, they think that they are more powerful in this situation. This is your truth. They're trying to show you a truth, and they've been trying to show you within your mind this truth. To dream again, you've got the double dream, and saying hello to this new path of happy. You are the only one that holds the key to this. And again, we've got the travel by sea, by air, by water. So a lot of travel is coming into this, and this separation is going to be the path that you let go of. It's a dead path. It's not going anywhere now. So they're trying to open up this new path for you. And I believe this person may have a B in their name somewhere, and they're trying to show you to also be brave with the BV. And the number 16 of August is going to be an important day. Also, the 1st of the month is going to start opening this doorway to you realizing that you are worth everything. And if this person doesn't see that about you, then it's time to separate and find your creative new path. If you create it, you have the power to make it blossom, make it dwell in your own essence, and see where it takes you. And who's to say you might not meet somebody amazing along that path. Well, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Divine Charming for the month of August, and I hope your paths turn out exactly how you want them to.